I apologize in advance. don't don't blame us for what's about to be said, cause shit could go left real quick.
Good.
There we go.
That's it.
Yeah, but now I've actually read that quote before.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, Kobe was always big on finding inspiration elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? But like how you were just talking about with Will Smith, same thing goes with like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan never set out to say he wanted to be the best ever. His work ethic and him just wanting to that motherfucker was so psychotic. Like,
Jordan?
Yeah, like if you look at like how his career started, he wasn't like the best shooter. He wasn't the best defender. He was just a fucking scoring machine.
Who, Jordan?
Yeah.
No, he would have had great defense.
No. Not when he first came into the league.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was,
number one.
as time went along, everybody always had some shit to say. It was, oh, yeah, he's great at driving to the hole and aerial assaults and dunking, but his jump shot ain't consistent. The motherfucker develops a great jump shot. Yeah. Then they said, oh, he's not great at playing defense. He fucking led the league in steals like 3 fucking years.
Yeah.
Then they go, oh, a leading scorer in the league has never won a championship. And that's true.
Yeah.
Because if you look at NBA history even prior to him, Wilt Chamberlain was like the baddest motherfucker ever came through. Wilt Chamberlain was winning scoring titles left and right, but Bill Russell was fucking him up in the NBA finals.
Yeah. What's that guy? Elgin Baylor as well.
Yeah, but the thing was, individual talent never really translated into championships.
Yeah, right.
As far as like the best. Now, Wilt Chamberlain won 2 championships when he got to the Lakers, but what ended up happening was he took a huge back seat, offensive wise.
Right.
He wasn't leading the league in scoring anymore. You know what I'm saying?
He was a facilitator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Michael Jordan was literally like the first and one of the few. Now it's been done since, because now the NBA got a shit ton of lax fucking rules on defense. But back when people were still getting fucking clothesline going to the hole, Jordan was averaging 30-some points a game and winning fucking 6. He went 6 for 6 in the finals. You know what I'm saying? And his mindset was just insane. Like, if he was shooting 200 jump shots a day and he found out somebody else shooting 200, he fucking shoot 3.
Yeah.
And everybody would catch up, start shooting 3, he shoot 5. His mindset was just like, when y'all motherfuckers getting tired, I want to be warming up. Right. Jerry Rice, same shit.
I was just going to bring up Jerry Rice. He wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the fastest, but he was the best route runner, and he knew the game of football.
Yo, I was faster than fucking Jerry Rice my senior year in high school. I ran like a 4.5 40. Jerry Rice ran a fucking 4.6 40 as a pro. Yeah. The best wide receiver ever.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
But that was all from work ethic. He trained at high altitudes.
It's not about the car, it's about the driver.
Yeah.
He was one of him, Walter Payton, were the 2 first that I ever heard of running fucking hills for fun.
Yeah.
For fun.
In San Francisco.
Yep.
California. Them fucking hills were stupid.
Crazy.
Stupid, man. But we're back.
Yeah.
Big Dave McIntyre at his new spot.
Yes, sir.
New spot, but the original spot.
Well,
This is where it all started here at Gym in Islip years ago.
Yes.
Back home.
Yep.
Back home. This was like the first. Correct me if I'm wrong. This was like the first real gym in the immediate neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, we would go to Deer Park prior to this one,
but there was nothing where we came from.
Yeah. Like right here in the centralized location, centralized Brentwood, Bayshore. You know what I'm saying?
And it had everything.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, it took them 5 years to open a fuking pool.
I know. But and now I just wish they would close it.
What you say?
I said now I wish they would close it.
Are you serious?
I want more gym floor over there.
Yeah. It's all senior citizens in it, no offense. You know what? Ain't nobody really fucking swimming in. I'm talking shit when we gonna be swimming in that motherfucker when we get old.
On the other side of 40.
Yeah, man. Before we get started, as we always say, you can follow me and Danny on Twitter under Daniel and Jamel1. Instagram, we're under JMW_fitness NY. Facebook, we normally go live under Jamel Patterson, my page. We didn't tonight. And YouTube, most importantly, we're under JMW Fitness. Once again, we're interviewing Big Dave Mack. It's been a while since you've been on.
I know.
It's been like a fucking year.
Yeah.
We were talking about
I was on
because
the
his
first episode.
goddamn passport looks like a fucking free lunch ticket. Every time I try to set some shit up, nah, I'll be in Argentina. Nah, I'll be in Colombia. Nah, I'll be here.
Making moves.
I've been traveling.
I'm like, yeah, what do you do? Take over for El Chapo? Motherfucker ain't never home.
It was a good year. Yo, did a lot of
know.
traveling, a lot of places, a lot of fun. Just got back from New Orleans.
Nice.
Got a couple of shows out there?
I went for a wedding with my girl. You know, it was a nice time. It was
nice.
a nice city. You know, not my cup of tea per se, but it was a nice place to visit. Good experience, good food, good people. I'm just not a bar person.
Yeah,
you know, like and it was
it's loud as a motherfucker too.
A lot of
Dave's
bars,
not loud.
you know, a lot of beers, and it was that's just not me. But it was a nice time. Like I said, nice people.
You don't
nice
drink
experience.
alcohol?
I drink alcohol, but I'm not a sit at a bar, drink a beer kind of dude. You know, like if I go out, I'll have a couple drinks with dinner or whatever.
Right.
But I'm not like I don't go out to drink.
Yeah. You don't.
That's not the purpose of my night out.
That's not the intention.
Yeah, nah.
I got you.
Definitely. So what's new, man? What you got going on? What brings you back to goals?
A ton of shit, man.
Goals and Iceland, right?
Yes.
Over the past year, it's been a good year. Like I started a clothing company with a couple great people, Allison and Jordan, Armed and Jacked.
Nice.
That was a big thing this year that took off. You know, obviously being back here, talking to Heather and Roger, the owners and manager of the gym.
Yeah.
They made me a nice offer to come back. Circumstances I had at the other place I had just wasn't working out.
Yeah.
Wasn't what I had envisioned. Wasn't what I set out to do when I walked into that place. So I chose to step back and take a little time. And when this came about, it just seemed like the perfect fit. Coming back to my roots, all my friends, people I grew up with, people I trained with when I was competing, and it was just a nice welcome home, nice environment to be back.
Nice.
Perfect.
I mean, obviously too, along the year, picked up sponsors with CONDEMNEDLABZ. Great company. The owner Mike has been great to me, really taking care of me.
Condemned is a local company?
The owner was from New York, from Brooklyn. He moved to Florida now.
Okay.
But they do distribute here. The roots come from New York.
Gotcha.
But he's given me like an opportunity to coach, to do YouTube videos, advertising, speak on the products, meet and shoot with some of the athletes, which has been a great experience. We've done a lot of work with their videographer and photographer.
Nice.
We still have more upcoming things to do, YouTube videos and things like that. So that's been a blessing. We have a photo shoot again with Armed and Jacked. That's been another huge blessing, like I said. So the year's been busy, all for the good things.
Nice. What type of supplements do they offer? Like, is it like everything across the board, or like what do they mainly concentrate on?
They focus mostly on sports performance.
Okay.
Pre-workout, fat burners, thermogenics, glucose disposal agents, help you with your digestion.
Yeah.
And metabolizing carbohydrates.
You spoke about that today.
What?
Digestion.
Yeah, exactly. I did a video today about that.
Yeah.
I like to throw out little videos, just small educational videos. If I get a lot of questions asked to me on Instagram, I'll put out a video addressing it, just because I feel like probably more people want to know the answers to those. Right. They just don't have the way to ask me.
Of course.
Some people are nervous, so they don't want to seem stupid or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? If I get enough questions, I'll just put out a video, try to answer everyone's questions.
Yeah, if you smile more, people will ask you more questions.
I know.
Dave be looking mad fucking intimidated. If I didn't know him personally, I wouldn't ask him nothing fucking either.
He's not approachable.
Look at the last 3 Instagram pictures. I've been smiling. I've been trying to turn over a new leaf. I'm getting older now. I'm trying to loosen my image.
Yo, and I'll tell you on some real shit. Anybody that I've ever referred to him, I always say, listen to me. I'm like, yo, you used to me laughing and joking. That's not Dave, okay? He'll tell you you're fat.
that's what you
he has no fucking problem with it. Motherfucker done called me fat a couple times, right?
So, let's start off by saying, everybody knows I've known Jamel for 30-something years. 30 years at least.
Nah, of course.
Since we were little kids playing PL football. I used to have him in my living room in the underwear, posing for me. And I'm like, Jamel, we got work to do.
You look fat.
I'm like, yo, you look great in the tank top.
I look good on the beach, but not on the fucking stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like I've always said to him, like, yo, man, you smile a little more, like, and he's a cool dude, obviously. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking great guy. He's one of the most knowledgeable people you've come across. But yeah, to people who are intimidated just to walk in the gym.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
And then, you know what I'm saying? And then you turn around and then you got a fucking 6'2" dude who's fucking jacked. Like, they ain't trying to ask this motherfucker no
any
questions.
6'2" jack dude doesn't look approachable.
If he smiles better now.
Well,
So he's turning into George Foreman.
Yeah.
George Foreman in the 70s like a fucking assassin.
Yeah, he's a
Then he retired, sold some George Foreman grills, came back, and he was everybody's happy.
Yeah.
So now David's in the second act now.
I'm turning over a whole new leaf, new image, new everything.
Yeah.
Mr. Approachable, they want to call me.
Mr. Approachable.
That's funny, man. That's funny. So what's going on with Armed and Jack? Like,
So, a couple approached me a couple months back. They were starting a clothing line. You know, it's geared towards, you know, it was a very patriotic line. You know, we were going through some shit in the country.
Of course.
You know, the country was getting divided.
Yeah.
Everyone's choosing sides. And they just wanted to make a brand that supported, you know, America, you know, supporting everything that we love about the country.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Our slogan is freedom, fitness, and firearms.
Nice.
You know, a lot of people are anti-gun or whatever, but we do believe in the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
We do believe in the right to own firearms, freedom of speech. You know, all the sensitivity and some of the hypocrisies that have been going on lately.
Yeah,
You know, like that's kind of what we're shying away from.
Of course.
And we want people to be proud to be an American,
Yeah.
proud to train, proud of the Constitution. You know, and just all people united under one flag.
Yeah.
That's
Listen,
a nice
I'm a
name. I
fan
like it.
too.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm
You know?
I'm tired of the
Go to the range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tired of the pussification of society.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
You know, that's why you see, you know, there's always going to be some kind of firearm,
Yeah.
or some kind of, you know,
Yeah.
image on the shirt. We have a lot of cool patriotic things, you know, representing where we all our values.
yes.
That's good.
Very much so.
So they approached me a couple months back, and they were, you know, looking for athletes to be sponsored and represent the brand. And they liked the conversation that we had. We sat in my office at my old gym, and we discussed some things. I told them some ideas I had. They came back to me a couple days later, and they said, listen, forget being an athlete. How would you like to be a part of our company? We like the way you speak about the brand. We like the following that you have. We like the way you work with your athletes. And we feel like you could probably bring another level of sophistication and authentication to like the brand, you know, not just a meathead wearing a shirt, but someone that could actually, you know, speak about it and, you know, promote it to the public.
Yeah.
So I said, listen, I'm all about that. And we, you know, formed a nice little union, and we've been moving ever since.
Perfect. They do just t-shirts, or they do like sweatshirts and
We have hoodies, sweatshirts, you know, crop tops for the women. We did a couple pairs of joggers, like matching jumpsuits. But we have a lot of things in the work coming out now. You know, some new designs, some new logos. A lot of the stuff in the beginning was just to get the brand awareness out. And now that it's kind of been out there, now we're trying to want to make it more, you know, I don't want to say not cool, but you know what I mean. Like, now we don't need such big, flashy things to get people's attention. People know the brand, so now we can start to make
The name speaks for itself.
Right, more subtle clothing. We don't need to have huge logos on everything. You know, more simplified stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Simple is good.
Yeah.
Of
I like
course.
simple. Where they located? They're out here as well?
Yeah, well, we have a branded Amazon store. We have an Armed and Jack website. We sell the merchandise here. And we're just expanding slowly. You know, we have some of the clothes at South Sharon, back where I was. And we're going to start moving some apparel to some other locations little by little.
Nice. Yeah, all the information that you guys are interested in clothing and stuff is going to be in the description below. So, you know, you guys take a look at the link, take a look at the website, you know, all the products and clothing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What another company that you promote, which is Hummus.
Oh, Hummus. Me and Tony was the first one to ever ride with me back when I was just getting started.
Gotcha.
You know, I was coaching some people.
Just getting started coaching?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was coaching some people for some shows, and they were going to him for the food. And, you know, him and I kind of linked. And believe it or not, our friendship really, like, grew when I got him in Golds for the first time.
Gotcha.
I went there back then. We sat down with the previous manager. We had a meal. We made a deal. We got hummus meals and Golds. And Tony and I really started to hit it off. And that was about, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And then we just been progressing from there. And he started feeding me a lot of clients. You know, people come into his store and want meals and ask him nutrition advice. And he would say, listen, you know, hit up my buddy Dave. You know, he really knows a lot about nutrition. He could help you with contest prep or whatever. So that's how our relationship formed. And then I would send all my clients and, you know, even just friends and family to his place for food, meal prep, you know, a regular Sunday lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
And we've just been, you know, really tight ever since.
Where's the spot located?
He has multiple locations now. He has one in Holbrook, one in Selden. He has a pickup location in Deer Park at Profit.
Okay.
And he has like another pickup location in Ronkonkoma. So 4 locations, working on a 5th one. want to talk about that until it
Nice.
happens. But
Yeah.
another good location for him. And
What do
he's
you
been
consider
expanding
the
left and right.
difference between, like, let's say, hummus and what they offer?
What is hummus like?
It's food
Yeah,
service.
I know, but
Health
like,
food
well,
service.
hummus. Okay, let's talk
Hummus,
about that.
hummus is a Mediterranean cafe.
All right, yeah.
They have a location in Holbrook where you can actually get hot food, almost like a like a Chipotle style. You pick
Okay.
your meat,
Okay.
you pick your rice, you pick your.
Oh, so they make it like right there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
You can also pick up the pre-made meals that they have there. They have the buff dough, they have the muffins, the oats, other little treats and stuff, and they're starting to now ship those nationwide.
God, oh, shit.
So he's
okay.
really expanding his business huge right now.
Okay.
But Tony's a machine, man. He's not only the owner, but he'll grill, he'll go pick up food, he'll do the shopping, he'll do whatever.
He's hustling.
Always working,
Yeah,
always
he's
working.
grinding.
2 beautiful kids, beautiful wife, beautiful home. Just great dude.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
Nice. So what do you think is the difference between like what hummus offers and a lot of other food services? Because you
Hummus-
see that shit popping up a lot now.
I know.
Like, not to be a dick, but there's just certain like industries that everybody just wake
Jumps on
up
the
one day and
bandwagon.
decide they're going.
Yeah.
Like everybody, I know I'm pissing people off. Everybody think they fucking they making cakes now and shit. Everybody's a fucking eyelash girl. Everybody's a fucking, you know what I'm saying? This shit is fucking
Eyelash
crazy
girl.
now. It's
Oh,
out of
God.
control. Like and you said it yourself. Like you'll see people who do one bodybuilding show, get fucking prep, and then they think because they did it one time, like it takes time to master your craft. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wake up one day and cook one good meal, you ain't a motherfucking chef.
Nah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a shit what nobody says.
And that's what Tony's done. Tony's mastered his craft.
Yes.
He brings you quality food. A lot of meal prep companies, at least in the inception of when meal prep started,
Yeah.
it was very bland food.
Yeah.
It was just like meal prep. Tony found ways to kind of make them healthy, but still creative, still have some taste and some flavor, and then still those bland bodybuilding meals too, if you want them.
Yeah.
Him and I actually designed a couple packages a few months back, specifically for bodybuilders, men's physique guys, bikini, bulking packages where it was food by the pound, so you can go pick up. Let's say I designed a bodybuilding package. You eat 5 pounds of chicken, 5 pounds of
And
steak,
you just measure it
9
off
pounds
yourself
of
for
rice,
each
right?
meal.
Yeah, and you make it out however you want to use it.
Yeah.
I was kind of measuring them out where for men it would give you 4 meals a day and you make your own breakfast and dinner.
Mm-hmm.
For the women, I'd have them do 3 meals a day. Same thing, you make your own breakfast and dinner. But it would give you enough food to get you through the day, work day, whatever it was.
Of course.
And meals on the go are tough sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
Prepping or whatever. So to have that food prepped is ready to go.
And you do cooking yourself, don't you?
I do. Tony, I go through my phases. I'll pick
Mm-hmm.
up a ton of food from him for a while, and then he would also hook me up with raw chicken, raw steak, and let me prepare it how I want.
Okay.
I can't say enough about him. He would just send me to the butcher and be like, "Listen, just whatever Dave wants, put it on my tab."
Right.
Like, yo, great dude.
Nice.
He's amazing. Like I said, Mike from Condemned, him and I talk all the time, just giving me tons of opportunities. Allison and Jordan, my partners with the clothing company, just all have blessed me with opportunity, and it's just been bearing more and more fruit as more we go on.
Nice. Nice. What do you like? We were talking before the camera started. We should have saved that fucking conversation for now. But
Yeah.
like, where do you? Obviously, you've been training. You've been doing contest prep for quite some time now. Where do you see yourself transitioning? Obviously, it's already started.
Right.
But where do you see yourself transitioning for the future?
Definitely taking a step back from the personal training.
Yeah.
I can't. Not that I can't. I just turned 40 this year.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be here at 5 o'clock in the morning training people till 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
That's what I've done for years, and I love it. I love my clients, but I'm over those long days. I'm looking for the more passive income.
Am I?
I've been getting involved more so in stock market and trading. Again, I had great clients. Allison, a good friend, my partner, like I said, advising me in the stock market. My buddy Dave, who really got me into it, a great client, very successful man. Educated me on how to make trades, how to get yourself into the market.
Yeah.
Where you're just whatever you would pay an investor to do, you're learning how to do on your own.
Exactly.
Managing your own money.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough today, right before we got here, signing a lease on a new body shop with a partner of mine, right over here in Bayshore.
What's the name of it? What's it
No
gonna be?
limit.
No Limit Body
yeah.
Shop?
There's a bunch of No Limits all over.
Where they located? What's the location?
This one's right on Saxon Avenue in Bayshore.
Okay.
But my
Oh,
buddy
shit.
has one in Queens, Island Park, Hicksville,
Okay.
Freeport, Oceanside.
All right.
There's one in Miami, one in LA. my friend Jose has been popping these no limits out like kids.
Nice.
Like, he's very good at it. He knows how to put the right people in place, management wise, to run the shops. He gives you great guidance and then sends you off on your own.
So you're gonna be running it?
I'm going to be running it to a degree.
Okay.
I'm more of a business driver. You know, I have a lot of networking connections out here. Obviously, I have the gym to promote out of.
Yeah.
I have a decent social media following.
Yeah.
But I have a very loyal following.
Exactly.
So if I have a business or a brand, I have a lot of
authentic
support
following.
Right. A lot of support from the people that follow me. So, my main job in the beginning is just to be facilitating business. He knows the business end of the auto body industry, so he's going to be handling most of that. But I want to learn. And that's going to take some time away from my other things. That's why training's not going to be such a priority.
Yeah.
It's not really contest season right now, so I don't have a lot of athletes to coach. That'll be approaching, towards the end of January.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to be more selective even that with the athletes I take on. Not that people waste my time or anything like that. I love all my clients, but I want to focus on people that are really serious about competing.
Yeah.
I have a lot of clients that how it is. They snack and cheat.
You coach your clients are professionals to the competitions, or
no,
are they amateurs?
They're amateurs. I actually don't have any professional athletes that I currently coach.
Okay.
I have a few people knocking on the door of a pro card, so hopefully in 2022 they'll get one.
Gotcha.
And I have a lot of everyday people that I coach, that we just deal through social media or email, FaceTime, that just need to be held accountable nutrition-wise to make sure that they're not going to go off the wagon and eat crazy when they know they have to check in with me once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever it is.
Right.
And I love those clients too. They're easy to work with. I love seeing the changes. I love helping them, achieve something that they never thought was possible, whether it's just, looking good for a vacation, if they're getting married, if they just had a baby, whatever it is, getting them to feel good about themselves is a great feeling.
That's the glory, right?
Yeah.
That's when we was in the gym when I first started working out with Jamel. I was in the mirror. Remember I told you I was in the mirror and I saw my little teardrop on my leg. I was like, okay, look at this little teardrop I got going on over here, man. I was like, shit, look at it in the mirror and shit.
Yeah, actually, one of the funniest stories when we first started training, because I've always been a night owl. So, when I was just training full time, now working at the school and shit, so I gotta, train at a decent hour. But I would be in the gym till 12, 1 in the morning. His wife wasn't too happy about that shit. So he would come.
I know she didn't believe you either.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. So she's like, who the fuck is at the gym till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. So she was like, I don't believe you full of shit. And one day he was like, yo, Mel. He said, we were sitting in the sauna stretching. He said, yo, Mel. She went and grabbed me and was like, oh. I was like, yeah. That's what that 1 in the morning shit get you, motherfucker.
You don't just get that shit overnight.
You can't complain about the work.
Nah.
And be happy with the, results. But yeah, man, that's just part of the process. It's part of the hustle.
Gratification.
Yeah. Do you now question if, like you said, you're not well, I guess to a certain extent you're taking like a back seat with the training. If you get like a couple of those clients of yours that you're doing contest prep with that turn pro, how does that affect it? Like, is that gonna now become a priority? Because that obviously is going to require...
Contest prep will always be a priority to me. I love that. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes going to these shows for 10, 12 hours or traveling. Yeah. I've been to Vegas, Orlando, Pittsburgh, upstate. And, you're there for days getting athletes ready for shows.
Yeah.
And I do kind of love that. But it does take a lot of time. And expense. Like, I don't charge my client. I don't make them pay for my flights or whatever.
Yeah.
They usually put me up in a hotel if I share a room with them or whatever. But I still want to be able to do that. But... like I said, be a little bit more selective.
Of course.
If someone's doing a competition and I know they're giving it 100%, I've been giving it 100%, and I really think they have a great shot at doing something, I'm always going to support them. I'm always going to do whatever I can to be there.
Of course.
But I have a lot of clients that, I just want to do one to do it, and I want to see what happens, and, I don't really care how I place, but I just want to get on stage. I'm like, I'm not going to be as apt to take on those clients anymore.
Right. Of course.
Just because that time is limited. And like I said, priority-wise, I have to look long term.
Well, like you say, you're 40, right?
Yeah, just turned 40 this year. So I want to make sure that I have myself set up, financially for the days when I'm done with this.
Yes.
Time is of the essence.
Yeah. What being that you're transitioning now from training being the main priority to getting into other ventures, but training is still, a big part of what you do. Excuse me. What advice or what tip or tips would you give new trainers that are either just getting into the industry or people who are thinking about becoming trainers and getting into the industry? Because that's something else that we were discussing before we started.
Just like we were saying before, like first and foremost, educate yourself as much as possible. You know, and the best education is, unfortunately for some people, trial and error. You got to get in there and you got to see what works. You know, you don't know proper hand position or foot position until you try it and realize, wow, you know what? When I put my hands this way, I feel it more here. When I put my hands this way, I feel it more there. And again, you know, safety is something else that I'm very big on. You know, you see people training with horrible form. They're training people, and I know what they're doing is wrong. And you want to just run over there and say, listen, bro, I know that doesn't feel like it's going to hurt now, but in another 10 years, your knees are going to be done. Your back is over, your shoulders, whatever it is.
They'll catch up.
So definitely pay attention to, you know, safety first when you're training yourself and everybody else. Like, you remember, all we want to do is move weight.
Yes.
Wait. Until you got an injury, then you're like, damn.
But we learned.
Right. I should have been more cautious on how I trained or how I recovered. That was another thing, too. I mean, for me, especially when I was younger in my 20s, I would work construction all day, go out at night, hang with my girl, go get a drink, go to bed 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, get up at 5 for work all day, barely drink water, go to the gym after work, train like an animal, and do the whole thing again. And now looking back on it, I definitely wish I would have recovered more, slept more, take more days off from the gym, you know, even use more supplements.
Of course.
Just in general to preserve, you know, my physique and my body for the long term. Because, I mean, I've had surgeries on both my knees, both my elbows. You know, I'm not in pain, like, you know, constantly or anything, but I definitely feel it. And that's definitely something I would advise everyone to. Like, when they get into the industry, you know, like I said, safety first, health first. It's not about how big you can get, how fast you can get there. You know, it's about how long you can stay in the game. So when people get into the industry and they want to start training clients, educate yourself. Make sure that you're not doing any disservice to anyone that you're training, and experience everything. You know, like I was talking to someone earlier about a supplement, and he asked me, you know, what I thought about it, and I, you know, gave him my opinion. And he goes, I never recommend anything that I haven't tried myself.
Of course.
And I tell people the same thing. If you're a trainer, don't have someone doing exercises that you've never done. Don't tell them to take supplements you've never taken. You know, especially if you give nutrition advice, make sure that, you know, they're not taking any medications that could have an adverse effect. Or doing anything or any blood work abnormalities that can have an adverse effect. You know, so like I said, education and safety, that's what every trainer or in the industry or getting into the industry should focus on.
And that's to me, that's one of the biggest issues is that, like, prime example, I was doing this, I was running the strength and conditioning program at Central Islip High School years ago, like 2014. There was a kid who was a senior in high school who was coming. Pretty strong kid for his age. He was learning the basics of a squat, the basics of a bench press, like all the basic shit, right? No lie, probably a few months later, he was a fucking certified trainer at Blink.
Damn.
And I'm looking like,
that's crazy.
How?
Yeah.
But it's because, and remember, we used to see them shits. You would walk in the Blink, I don't know if they still have it now, because we haven't been there in years. But they would have these little pamphlets on the front desk where it was like, pay $3.99 or $4.99, whatever the hell it was, and it was like a seminar that they had where they had connections with it, where you go to the city and you fucking attend class Friday, stay in a hotel room that Friday night, get up and do class all day Saturday, do class Sunday morning, and by Sunday you're a personal trainer. And I'm like, so you could walk in this fucking class, have never worked out a day in your life, or have very minimal experience, training, right? And then that Sunday, you now have a license to come in the gym and tell somebody to put 225 pounds in their fucking back.
You have people's lives in your hands.
That's it. Yes, literally. That's some scary shit. So it's like
my own clients. I'll be training them, and they're, I'm not going to say terrible, but terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, they're young, and I'm trying to make conversation. Like, oh yeah, you know, I'm in the process of getting my personal training certification. That's why I want to work with a trainer and see what it was like. And I'm like, yo, this person's terrible. Yo. And they're going to be a trainer in a couple of weeks.
You have so much to learn because it's like you said, you know, I've worked out in the capacity to where we've done powerlifting and gotten extremely strong. I've trained and gotten meal plans from Dave and shredded the fuck up. Like I've trained in a multitude of different phases. You've done the same.
Yeah.
So when
athletic training.
Yes. If someone comes to me and says, yo man, I want to do a powerlifting competition. Guess what? Not only have I done powerlifting myself, I've trained somebody that has done a powerlifting competition. I've trained multiple people who went on to compete in powerlifting. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody says, oh, I'm going to get shredded up, I know what that's like.
Yeah.
I know what the rep ranges are going to feel like. I know what these supersets and drop sets and all this stuff. Like, so, you know, you have this plethora of history in the fucking memory bank to pull from when you've just mastered it and you've fallen in love with it and have trained in every single way. I mean, we've done wild shit, like doing circuit training, and then while I'm doing the circuit, this motherfucker's jumping rope until I'm done. Like, we've done all kind of wild shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, until you have been a guinea pig for yourself, I'm not trying to rain on nobody's parade, but I don't think that people really should be training. You want to know why? Because think about it, Dave. When we first started even fucking around and sneaking in the gyms as kids and coming in, my favorite saying is, back in the day, I remember when my mom used to go to gyms and bring me as a fucking kid. She used to go to Jack LaLanne before the shit was sold to Bally's. From my earliest memories, even up until when I started going in the gyms, back in the day, a trainer did not have to have a shirt on that said they were a trainer to know the motherfuckers were trainers.
Exactly.
You knew the motherfuckers were trainers because they stood out from everyone else in the gym. Even if you were in the gym full of badasses, the trainers, male or female, were physical fucking specimens.
Do you remember the trainers at Bally's in Bayshore?
Yes.
When I first started there?
Yeah.
I mean, I was intimidated going to Bally's. And all these.
You remember them two Hispanic twins and their sister?
Yeah, of course. Carlos and Gio.
Yo.
I forget their sister's name.
The sister she still to this day might be one of the strongest motherfuckers I've ever seen. Yo.
She's a big girl?
Yep.
Monster.
She was short but jacked. And then Carlos and Gio were the two brothers.
Yes.
Huge. And then there was that dude Frankie.
Yes.
Big. He had his girl's name tattooed on his arm.
Yep.
Monster. And Gil.
Damn.
My man Andre, they call him Earthquake, old school CI dude. He used to train there too. Yeah. Quake was a monster back in the day. He's still 6'4", 6'5", 280 pounds. Yeah. But back in the day, he was like 350. He was an animal. But that's my point, is like nobody wants to fall in love with their craft. Everybody just wants to come in real quick, get the quickest gains they could possibly get so they can make a couple of fucking YouTube videos.
And now it's glamorized too with social media.
Yeah.
Like, being in the fitness industry is...
We used to get clowned for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I hope y'all listening. I used to get clowned for fucking lifting weights in high school. You understand what I'm saying?
How do you think... I was never going to compete. Everyone's like, yo, you're going to put on a Speedo and get on stage and show your body? Like, calling me gay and homo. I'm like... That's why I almost waited so long to compete. I never competed until I was 29 because I got so much shit from everybody for it.
Yep. Back in the day, people, and that's... I used to get clowned for that shit, man. I was so infatuated with working out and shit. Like when I was even a young kid, and like everybody, like I lived at a dead end, so a lot of kids come knock on my door, see me and my brother come outside and play, and I be like, yeah, I'll see y'all in a minute. I wouldn't go nowhere until I did my motherfucking push-ups, sit-ups, squats. And some of the kids that look at my mother be like, yo, is he like this every fucking day? And
what's wrong with this guy?
He ain't going nowhere until he's done.
Why he's not playing with us?
And I got clowned for that shit. Yeah. But now everything is hashtag gym life. Yeah, okay. Now because it's
so
cute.
popular. Yeah.
Now because and you know what? I'm a fan of anything that get people up off their asses and healthy. Yeah. But all I say is, let it be authentic. Yep. You feel what I'm saying? Do it for the right reasons. Because if you're doing it just for likes, just because people are looking, I always say all the time, like, yo, if social media disappeared tonight, the gyms would be empty tomorrow.
Oh, I know.
Gyms would be empty tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
The bulk of my career was done before social media was even around.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I had Facebook for my first couple shows.
Yeah.
And I maybe posted a pic or two.
Yeah.
I didn't even really, I wasn't into it.
Yeah.
You know, and then the last one I did, Instagram was in its inception. It was like 2012 or 13. It was nothing. But like like you said, I like to see the community get bigger and come together, through social media, but also too, it's everyone's a flash in the pan. You do a show, you change your name to NPC, whatever, on Instagram, and then 2 months later, you're fat, no one's ever seen you again. And like it's a trend. But the people that are, like you said, like us, that live it and love it, whether the cameras are on or off, we're still doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, you go on my page right now, like there's a lot of photos and stuff up there, but you'll never see me film a workout or doing. I'm very rarely doing that. I train and I'm in my zone and I do my thing.
Yeah.
I post because I have to. It's my career. It's my job.
Course.
People pay me to represent brands and so on. But like, I hate that. I just wanna train.
Do you know how long it took my man Alan Jenkins, who does my tattoos, does his tattoos? The only reason why I ever started filming any workouts was because Alan started training with me. We had a barter where he was like, yo, how much is it to train? And I was like, I'll give you a price. Just come train with me for a week. Tell me if you like it. And he wanted to work out in the gym. So it wasn't even like I was training him on his own time.
Right.
This motherfucker was like, yo, I'm coming to do whatever you do. I said, bet. So at the end of the first week, he said, yo, I'll fucking give you tattoos whenever you want. If you know what I'm saying, train me free. I said, yo, bet, whatever. And so probably 2 months in, he said, yo, we got to start filming this shit. I was like, why? He said, because ain't nobody fucking doing this. So I'm like, Alan, like, this is like my fucking sanctuary and my escape from everything. It took Alan like 3-4 months to convince me to start fucking videotaping. Danny, till this day, he'll be like, yo, we got to film something. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Like,
just got to be ready.
Like, it's just, every fucking thing that I do, being a father of fucking 4 kids, single father of 4 kids, running around, running a business, working out in the fucking Hamptons, that's my only fucking escape. From the time I was a kid, it was the same fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, I've never understood the mindset of filming your transformation. Like, motherfucker, the end result is supposed to be the focus.
Yeah, exactly. And
you know what I'm saying?
People just get so, like, again, you talk about, like, caught up with, even, like, that was one of the things, in the bodybuilding industry that a lot of people talk about. Why are the athletes not as quality as they were, in the 90s and early 2000s?
Yeah.
And a lot of people blame social media. And one of the things is, and even for myself, like, I'm going to do a shoot with Hummus at ProFit in January.
Okay.
Normally, this is the time of year when I'm like giving my body a break. I'm not really doing cardio. I'm not really worried about what I'm eating so much. And I'm like, shit, I got to be in front of a camera in a month. I'm like, I got to start doing cardio again. I got you have to always look the part.
Right.
So you never give your body a break. You really never make improvements the way you could because you're always going 100 miles an hour. You got to look good for this photo shoot. You got to look good for this guest appearance.
And you actually just mentioned that on the video recently.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about, like, being that contest season is over.
Right.
Giving your body a break.
And not getting caught up with that contest look all the time.
And,
I'm better at it now that I'm older, but, for the social media game, the cameras are always on. You can never have an off day. You can never look bad. You can never be out of shape because you never know when you have to step in front of a camera. And that, I think, is definitely killing a lot of the quality of some of the athletes that we could be producing.
Yo, it's funny you say that, right? Now I'm about to get a little controversial. I literally just had a conversation with a kid, obviously remain nameless, that was referred to me by somebody because they know I've been training and all this shit for a long time. And it was a young kid who, just, being brutally honest, has been taking tests for like 9 fucking months straight.
Oh, Jesus.
Never came off, never cycled off, no nothing. So I said to him, I was like, do you like ever want to have kids one day, motherfucker? Like, your nuts is gonna forget how to fucking make testosterone. Yeah. And yo, what this young kid said to me, 22 years old, he was like, yeah, but I just don't want to come off and it not look a certain way. And that mindset is exactly what you're saying. These fucking young kids. Well, like, think about it. If you're 22 years old, you just said Instagram came about 9-10 years ago. So what the fuck this kid knows?
Yeah, I know. That's it.
He was 11, 12 years old when Instagram came about and was like 8, 7 when fucking Facebook started. So
test is natural, isn't it?
Yeah, but Dave know because we've discussed this before. He'll tell you more about it.
believe me, I coach a lot of young kids, and I get them all the time. Like, yo, when should I start my first cycle? What should I take? I tell them all the same thing. At 22 years old, the amount of tests you would have to take to exceed what your body's going to produce naturally is retarded.
Yes.
Why would you take something that your body's already pumping out like crazy?
You're in the prime of your life.
Test levels are probably 1,000, 1,100.
But in the competition scale, you want to try. You're competing against people that are already in that phase.
When if at a young age, I'll tell, like, that's why they made like the junior category and teen category, because you can compete against people your own age.
Yeah.
And again, longevity in the sport, like, I never would ever recommend anybody early 20s or anything taking anything unless, now listen, if you've been competing since you're 18 and you're at a national level and you're trying to become a pro and this is your life, like, listen, you make your own decisions.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stand in your way.
Exactly.
But when it's your first time and you're testing the waters, like, your body's pumping out so much natural hormones. The minute you start taking shit, anything you produce naturally is going to stop.
Yeah.
And you're never going to reach that full potential that you would have if you hadn't taken anything. If your body maxes out and now all of a sudden, you know, you can't produce any more testosterone or, you know, at those high levels anymore, and, you know, you're still trying to push and train and you've plateaued and you've exhausted every kind of supplement, every kind of nutrition program, every kind of training program, and now your body's still not making progress and you want to dabble, go ahead.
Of course.
You've proven yourself as a worthy athlete. You've done everything possible, and if you want to really go to the next level and compete, not look good on the beach, compete, then by all means, listen, I'm not going to be naive and I'm not going to bullshit anybody and say steroids aren't a part of bodybuilding.
Yes.
Of course, we all know they are.
Yes.
And they're always going to be. They're always going to be a part of professional sports. Bodybuilders just talk about
Which nobody wants to hear.
No.
And I'm going to tell you something else.
Wait, that what? That no one wants to talk about it?
In professional sport, like
that anabolic, in fact, that steroids or performance enhancers are part of professional sports. To me, and you tell me what you think about this, I actually even hate the term steroids because to me it's a negative connotation attached to just a situation. Meaning, if the same fucking testosterone that Lance Armstrong, Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, and countless other athletes have tested positive for taking, is the same fucking test that your grandfather gets shot in his ass for testosterone replacement therapy.
Don't get me started on that.
So when a doctor has the same vial of testosterone and injects your grandfather in his ass because his sex drive ain't what it once used to be, his energy level ain't what it used to be, and he's not feeling he's feeling lethargic in the gym, it's called hormone replacement therapy. If you buy that same vial privately and inject yourself, they call it anabolic steroids. Am I right or am I wrong? That's exactly what the fuck it is.
This is the other thing too, like, in any situation, right? If somebody brought you a massive ice cream sundae and it was decked out with everything, they'd be like, damn, that's ice cream sundae on steroids. Oh, I can't wait to get into it. But God forbid you see like a big dude, then it's a negative. You know what I mean? Like, they use it as a negative adjective.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, one little, you know, whatever you want to call it, hypocrisy that you can call in the steroid game. But in general, just speaking, you know, all these athletes that take all these steroids, guess what? I've taken steroids. I can't hit a fucking fastball to save my life. I can't dunk a basketball, and I'm not running a 4.40.
Yeah.
I don't care how much testosterone I take, or any kind of steroid. What I will say is that if you're a great athlete, it'll help you get better.
Of course.
I will almost bet everything I have that the worst athletes in professional sports are probably taking the most amount of shit.
Of course.
And they do it because they suck. The best athletes might take a little bit to make them great or better. You know? And it's going to aid in recovery. It's going to aid in strength. It's not going to aid in hand-eye coordination.
Nope.
It's not going to aid in speed or agility.
Yeah.
It's everything's to make you stiffer and tighter. You know what I mean? So I don't think, like, when they call it like cheating, listen, I don't consider it that. I consider it people doing whatever it took. If everything that you could take or put in your body was cheating, then the poor kid that doesn't have access to the protein powder and the best steaks and whatever else you could put on him, the rich kid's cheating.
Yeah.
If you don't have the best gym equipment or the best, you know, massage therapist or the acupuncturist, you know, you're all doing things that aren't natural to make yourself better.
Yeah.
It's just another step.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of
Even
course.
taking an aspirin or an ibuprofen, if you're reducing inflammation in your body to help you heal or recover quicker, taking growth hormones is the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's considered cheap.
But because one's over the counter and one's not, they make it like a gray area or a negative area.
Yeah, I heard Bobby Knight say one time. He wasn't saying that he was a proponent of performance enhancers in sports, but he did say, he was like, yo, if I have a team playing for the national championship and we have access to Gatorade or a drink with electrolytes in it to replenish the athletes, and the other team doesn't, is that considered a performance enhancer?
Of course it is. Same thing with caffeine. I don't care what drug you've ever taken in your life, nothing will give you more focus and stimulation than just plain caffeine.
Yeah.
And that's completely legal, but it's probably the best performance enhancer there is.
Yep.
If I wanted to kill this conversation right now and be so focused and on point, I'd have a cup of coffee in front of me.
Yeah.
Because I know I'd be like, spin a mile a minute, and I'd be so sharp.
Yeah.
But it's a performance enhancer. And again, like, the legalities of things make things acceptable and unacceptable. But it's just because one's illegal and one's illegal.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go that route and say, listen, anything that is illegal is okay to use, I'll go by that route.
Yeah.
But don't say this is going to make me a better athlete, so I can't use it.
Yeah.
Because there are a million things that are legal that'll make you a great athlete too, and nobody blinks an eye about that. Even like with Lance Armstrong, you brought him up. You know, when he got accused of blood doping. You can.
That's your own fucking blood, which people don't even realize. It's your own fucking blood.
They take out your red blood cells and re-inject them with you.
They freeze them. Right? They take them out, freeze them.
Well,
freeze them.
They take them out, and they'll freeze them or whatever.
Yeah.
But your body will produce more red blood cells
because
to overcompensate for the ones they took out.
Okay.
Then they inject those red blood cells back in, and now you have more red blood cells. So you can theoretically carry more oxygen to your muscles because you have more red blood cell count than you should.
Yes.
It makes your blood a little thicker. It's a little dangerous, whatever. But now blood doping's illegal. But you can train at high altitudes, or you can take supplements that will increase your red blood cells, but you can't suck them out and put them back in. You could do one thing that gives you higher red blood cells the legal way, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Sleep in a hyperbaric chamber or whatever. Restrict oxygen flow.
Yeah.
You see all those people working with the oxygen mask, running on the treadmill. Restricted oxygen flow is going to increase red blood cell size and volume. It's going to help you produce more red blood cells, so you can carry more oxygen during, a
competition
endurance event.
Yeah.
But to actually pull your blood out and re-inject it's illegal. Like,
I remember when I read that shit. Once again, when I was going to school, I was like, how the fuck is utilizing your own blood illegal?
Yeah.
Well,
it's not
your body, right?
Yes.
So how is it that what is it at fucking Planned Parenthood? It's fucking people do
What?
Abortions. how is abortions legal? And it's coming from your body. But it's still from your body,
of course. But that's a whole nother conversation. But the point is like how the argument against performance enhancing is anything that's foreign to the body,
right?
That's added in addition to what you already have.
That's not found in nature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you take your own blood out and freeze it, and then you reintroduce it,
right?
Because like he said, it's no different than when you give blood. When you give blood, they tell you don't exert yourself for like 24, 48 hours.
Right, because your red blood cells have
gotta replenish.
Right.
So once they replenish, you're back to normal. Once it come time for competition, for like endurance athletes, marathon runners, the Tour de France is the most grueling shit you can do. They throw out the blood, reintroduce it to the body. I don't understand how the fuck that's illegal.
No, I mean
that's crazy.
PRP. I don't know if you guys have ever gone through any of that, but it's called platelet-rich plasma.
Yes.
They take your blood out, they spin it down, they re-inject the platelets back into your injury because it helps with healing and whatever else. That's completely legal. I don't understand
shit.
I don't understand how, like, as an injured athlete, you could do that, but if I took growth hormone with that or anything else, that's illegal.
Yeah,
it's the same thing, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it is to me, but
very, very
apparently not in the
similar.
eyes of the law.
Right, it's very similar. It's very similar. Yeah, it's crazy to me, but yeah.
I just feel like in today's day and age, and this is another topic that might piss some women off, especially, but you can get plastic surgery, fake tits,
butt implants,
lip
injections,
everything done
to your body,
Botox.
Right. But if I'm like, I just want a little bit of help to build my own
to enhance.
You'll put fake titties in me to make me have a bigger, thicker chest, but you won't give me steroids to go build my own chest on my own.
Right.
You'll give a guy calf implants, but he can't take steroids to help him build calves on his own.
Yeah.
Like that, or you'll suck fat at liposuction the shit out of somebody, but God forbid you give him clenbuterol or growth hormone.
Listen,
That to me makes no sense.
Once they started giving men breast implants, all that shit was off the table. I'm fucking sorry. Like, that might piss some people off, but I don't give a fuck at that point. Once you started saying, okay, I was Jesse, now I'm Jennifer, and I'm okay with that. Like, everything else fucking pales in comparison to that.
I mean, that's the truth.
I'm just being real. So, it's gonna piss some people off, and I really don't give a fuck.
Hormone replacement is nothing. Well, I mean, if you want to bring up that topic too, if I wanted to become a woman, you'd have no problem giving me hormones. But if I want to get jacked, no shot.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll easily give a fucking teenage girl testosterone.
I know.
Really?
Yes.
For what?
To be a fucking boy.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Apparently in today's world. but like I said, God forbid. Like, again, if you're a skinny kid, right, you're getting picked on in school, whatever, you're like, listen, I want to take shit, I want to be a bodybuilder. Like, I would think that in today's world, the way people are allowed to change everything else about themselves under a doctor's supervision, that would be 1,000,000% okay. But apparently, you know, again, it's the greatest evil.
Girls that perform in doing bodybuilding, they can take tests as well, right?
Well, they do. They do.
That's so. How is that not a comparison with the girl trying to transition to a boy?
Because they're doing it the legal route.
Yeah.
They again, that's the other thing too. Like, and it's a really,
they're doing it based on their feelings.
Exactly.
Everything is on.
If you feel like a boy, they'll give you testosterone. If you just want to look like one to compete in bodybuilding, no shot.
Which
that's
is
crazy.
That's
what
I
I'm
never
saying.
even thought about it like that.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Yo, check. It's 44 minutes. Check the time. Let me see. Because you know sometimes we be shutting up.
Oh, we rolling.
All right, cool. Do you have to touch it to like reset it or anything?
No.
All right,
we're at 50 minutes.
All right, cool. But yeah, yo, I never thought about it like that. Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
And like,
so check this, right? So this makes no fucking sense to me.
Doesn't.
So, yo, if a fucking girl, I know we're gonna catch flack for this shit. They might even take this video down. I really don't give a shit personally. If a girl wants to be a boy,
right,
they'll give a girl test
to
help her transition into being a boy.
But she not allowed to work out?
No, it doesn't matter. But if a boy wants to be a little more manly, what the fuck is how do you make that logical in your head?
Yo, I don't get it.
So a motherfucker that ain't a man could get tested to become a man. A motherfucker that's born a man who wants to be have a little more machismo. They're like, nah, fuck that.
No
way. We'll give Marilyn the test, but James can't fucking get it. That's fucking retarded.
Bro, it shows the world that we live in.
That's retarded.
And you know what? Like, I don't even give a fuck if somebody wants to be a girl or a boy. They want to.
It is what it is.
Do whatever the fuck you want. Just let everybody do it. And
right.
Another thing, I have a lot of older clients and people I work with, even friends, even myself.
Yeah.
Being 40 years old, I know I need hormone replacement. Listen, my girl is 33 years old. She's beautiful. We go out. We have fun. No shot I'd be able to keep up with her if I wasn't using hormone replacement.
Yeah.
You know what? And seeing my doctor, doing it the right way, 100%, I think when you're, obviously at my age and my professionalism, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
But if, let's just say, you're a single guy or whatever, not even single, we'll get to the single guy later. You're a married couple and your marriage is going down the tubes. You guys don't have sex anymore. The kids run your life. You don't go out on dates. You're cranky. You're irritable. You feel horrible about yourself. You got a belly, whatever. Mm-hmm. Get your testosterone checked. Maybe it's low. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what. Get on a little test. I guarantee you'll be hugging and kissing, rubbing up on your wife more. You'll be going out to dinners and dancing. You'll be chasing your kids around, playing catch with them. You'll be doing all those things you used to do in your 20s, and you'll probably save your marriage.
Yep. Right.
And then you have now people in their late 30s and 40s getting divorced, starting their life over. Who the fuck wants to start their life over feeling old and out of shape?
With a limp noodle.
Exactly.
And let's call it what it is. Dave, with as much knowledge as you have about the human body, Mother Nature fucked us because she gave us our sexual prime in the beginning of our lives. Yep. We ain't even know what we was doing with our dicks. Then the women hit their sexual prime in their 30s and 40s, and we slowing the fuck down.
Hence the reason I brought up my girl. She's in her prime right now.
Yeah. But even if you guys were the same age, she still in her prime.
And I'm on my decline.
And we're fucking slow. They're at this part of the hill, and we're at this part
Men
of the fucking
start
hill.
declining in testosterone after the age of 25.
Yep.
Wait, so if a kid, a high school athlete, wants to improve on his skills on whatever sport he's playing, he's not allowed to take tests?
No. And you know what?
No.
And like I said,
Well, they don't test high school athletes
but I don't
unless
think
it's
in
an
that
obvious
age group,
situation.
I don't think any high school kid
Should be taken.
Should be taken, of course
Of
not.
course, whether
Of
they
course
want to be
not.
a girl
But
or
if
they want to be a
girl-
man or
If
whatever.
a girl wants to be a man, it's okay, and the girl can go just
And
go to the
they-
doctors and get.
And that's crazy.
They make exceptions for that, which I don't get.
That's
but I don't
crazy.
think, like, again, and touching on that subject, you have a girl that feels she wants to be a boy, or you have a boy that feels he wants to be a girl. Before you give them hormones to make them that, maybe try testing or giving them hormones to make them more of what they already are.
Right.
If you have a boy,
Along with therapy.
yeah. I mean, I just don't think that
Mental health.
a child is at a right emotional state to make those decisions.
Right.
Me neither. I'll tell you something crazy, and now this is.
It's not even legal to buy a fucking pack
Yo,
of cigarettes.
This is
Bruce
really.
Jenner, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yes, this is really going to be. Now, I'll give two examples. One, my youngest son's 14. If I took him up the block to get a fucking tattoo, and he went to school, CPS be knocking on my fucking door the next day.
ASAP.
Right?
Yep.
And why is that? Because as a 14-year-old, he doesn't have the wherewithal under the eyes of the law to make a decision that's permanent.
Right.
That's the truth
Yeah.
here. Right? So how in the fuck?
That's a
You
good
know
point.
what I'm saying?
Good point.
How in the fuck can a 14-year-old or kids younger than that
Right.
make those decisions?
I know.
And it's considered okay.
Right.
That's one example. Two, it's a fucked up joke, but it has truth to it. Because like he said, listen, we started a conversation. He said like we're armed and jacked. Like we trying to bring it back to regular values where everybody ain't so sensitive.
You know?
I saw this meme on Instagram not too long ago where it said, where everybody knows Dwayne Wade's son, daughter, whatever the fuck you want to call him, is roughly the same age as Josiah, my son.
Okay.
Maybe about a year or two apart. But they said in the meme, it said, if Dwayne Wade's son / daughter, right, has the legal right to tell you or the government or anyone what they want and what they want to be sexually for the rest of their lives, then fucking let R. Kelly go.
Oh shit.
Because
Jesus.
if now I'm not saying R. Kelly should be let go.
No,
let's fucking understand that, right? What he did was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But if under the eyes of the law we are now allowing kids to say what they're okay and not okay with from a sexual perspective,
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
right? And make them decisions for
I didn't
themselves
think about it like
long
that.
term,
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good point.
then to me,
Yeah.
if one is okay, then the other one,
It's gotta be. It should be.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy when you think about
it.
it.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Just let it leak. Just let it.
That's
be
my
legal
whole point.
across.
I don't really give a fuck, but just make everything
Exactly.
fair across the board.
Like it can't be one here
Exactly.
and not in the
that
other
way.
case.
Right, exactly. And that's the same way like
Discriminate.
with anything, yeah. You know, it's if you want to do it because of this, it's okay. If you want to do it because of that, it's wrong.
Yes. Right.
And it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
If it's cool here, let it be cool there.
Exactly.
If it's not okay here, then it's not okay over there.
Because my whole thing is like, again, just like that. I don't really give a fuck what you do.
Exactly.
As long as you don't tell me what I should do.
Yeah.
Right.
So if I want to do this, let me do this. If
Yeah.
you want to do that, you do that. And everything should be our own decisions.
Yeah.
Not you. The government makes a decision for these people, but these people are allowed to make their own decisions.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it.
It's a crazy place.
Anything in like in closing, like any other tips you want to give? Any new shit you got coming out that we haven't discussed as of yet?
I mean,
anything else you want to reiterate?
Give someone a shout out.
Yeah. First and foremost, always, Armed and Jacked, Condemned Labs,
Yeah.
Hummus, Gold Gym and Islip for making me an amazing offer to come back here and allowing me to do all these things that we're doing right now.
Exactly.
I've been blessed to have great people in my life. You guys, supporting me. Everyone else
Absolutely.
that supported me along the way. No Limit Auto Body. That's been a huge blessing just to have them be a part of my life and now having my own shop.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of work coming up, but it's going to be the next chapter in what I'm doing in life. Hopefully setting me up for, my silver years.
He's a busy man. You're a busy man.
Yes.
What's a day in the Dave McIntyre?
Honestly, my days are much easier now than they used to be. Like, I used to be here or at South Shore or wherever I was at the time.
Yeah.
You know, by 7 o'clock in the morning every day. You know, I wouldn't leave there till 7 o'clock at night. Now I have a little bit more lax time throughout the day, but everything I do is basically either on my phone or here, networking, social media wise.
Yeah.
You know, reaching people, trying to come up with more content, putting out those little teaser videos about you know, little informational clips and things like that, just to keep my name and my face out there and fulfill all my obligations with the people that support me. You know, making sure that I'm supporting them back, bringing education to fitness, to you know, whatever. Like I said, Armed and Jacked. You know. We support, you know, the military, you know, very big behind them, you know, the police department, you know, like I said, Freedom Fitness Firearms, making sure that everyone's on the same page when it comes to that. Supplement-wise, you know, making sure people are educated about what they put in their bodies, everything that may not be good for you, and good for you, and vice versa.
Of course.
And just, you know, keeping that social network tight, trying to help everybody succeed and elevate. That's what we say it all the time. I know it's like a joke amongst us and whatever else, but like making sure there's enough room for everybody to do well in everything.
Of course.
You know, there's no reason to hate or to put people down or to even, like, you know, not wish bad, but, you know, not want someone to succeed so you can do better.
Right.
Like you said, there's enough money for everybody going around. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like even if you can't train everybody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've had one client recently tell me just yesterday, you know, this is a tough decision, but, you know, I think I want to try this person as a coach. And I'm like, listen, go ahead. I'm like, you're a woman in your late 30s. She's a woman in her late 30s. You have kids. She has kids.
Yeah.
You guys both compete in the same division. She'd be a great coach for you.
Yeah.
You know, she could probably relate to you on levels I can't even imagine.
yeah.
Right.
And I like her as a person, both of them.
Exactly.
So I want them both to do well.
Yeah.
If I was an asshole, I'd be like, fuck you, I'm not gonna talk to you no more. Like, you know what I mean? But like, that's not me.
Yeah.
I'll never
And
do
like
that.
you said, like if she comes home and the kids are driving her crazy and she don't have time to fucking cook, who else can relate to that?
Yeah,
Her.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it doesn't demean you or diminish you in any way as a coach.
No.
That's just what the situation is.
Exactly. You know, maybe in the beginning I might have took it personal or whatever, but I realized, like, listen, I've had people leave coaches for me, and I've had people leave me for other coaches.
Yeah.
Because it's personalities that have to click, not only the information and the work ethic.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, personalities are a big thing when it comes to getting someone to do what you need them to do.
Yeah.
I've always said that. Like, your personalities and the combinations of them have a lot to do with whether the training experience is going to be that much more positive.
Right.
And like I've always said, Danny, you know, from the time he started training with me, I said, yo, a squat here is a fucking squat at Gold's Gym, is a fucking squat at Pro Fitness Squat. People are paying to do that motherfucking squat with you.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Because
Because if it's coached properly,
Yeah.
it's the same fucking squat everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Trust in you. That's
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know
I
what
have
I'm
a woman I
saying?
train 5 days a week. She's fit. She looks great. I love you, but I don't think you need me. But she
I've been
likes to
saying
come
the
here,
same shit
and she
to
likes
fucking
to train
clients
with
for a
me.
long time. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love to train with her. We talk about her kids. We talk about my life, her life,
Yeah.
my girl, her husband, whatever it is. And we have a great relationship. But I don't think there's anything special about what I do that she couldn't do on her own.
Exactly.
But we really vibe. And
Yeah.
she likes to push. She likes to know she has an appointment every day. She likes to come here and
She had a routine.
Yeah, and get it in. And, you know, I like that. But I wouldn't be offended if she didn't come. Like, she didn't come for a while.
Exactly, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
she had
yeah.
other things going on in her life, whatever. And I was like, listen, I get it. So, you know, when it comes to training people or doing whatever else, I try to let them dictate. You know, I'm not a seller. I'm never going to be like, oh, your sessions are up. Let's go. We got to renew.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like, oh, you train with another trainer? I saw you tag someone else on Instagram. Like, I'll never be that guy.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, if you want me, I'm here. If you don't, I'll still be here when you do.
Still love you.
Yep.
yeah, it's no love lost, man.
Nah, never.
No love lost. But yo, man, we definitely gonna be doing this more.
Absolutely.
Dave gonna be tired of us.
Nah.
You let us the block down.
Shooting the shit, having fun. As
We
long
got
as I
like a
don't get
video
over-
in here too.
Yeah, of
Go
course.
upstairs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
probably take a
definitely.
quick walk around real quick.
What's the name? Also, before we go, I want to get one of the girls from the what's the name to take a picture of us.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely, yeah.
Because then we can use that to post
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
shit too.
absolutely.
Yeah. They'll be nosy anyway. We walking in. They're like, you guys are like, you know, I was like, yeah, okay, we'll invite you in. Yeah, man. But nah, this always been a cool environment, man. A real good environment, even from back in the day when we were training.
I'm hoping now, like we've talked, I've talked with Heather. We're trying to get some new equipment in the gym.
Yeah.
We're going to try to, bring the vibe back from when we used to train here years ago, where it was the gym to be at.
Yeah.
Because now, listen, let's be honest. ProFit, Unique, all these new gyms are popping up. They have amazing equipment, a lot of Arsenal strength, Prime, some of the top of the line, newest shit that's out. And, Gold's, although a great facility, could use a little bit of that flair, that newness, just to make the members that are already here feel like money's being put back into the gym and attract some new people to come and check it out.
Yeah, I mean,
Ghost has a lot to offer to begin with.
I'm
sitting here and I see an MMA upstairs.
Yeah, this place has everything. The one complaint that I get from my clients and some of the members here is just there hasn't been anything new for a while.
Okay.
So
equipment-wise.
Which is cool, but that shit drive me crazy sometimes. Because for me, I know for you, but you being on this part or this side of the business, right? It's about giving the people what they want. Mm-hmm. But once again, like that always drove me crazy because for one, it's insane the amount of fucking gyms that are floating around now. Like when you compare it to 15, 20 years ago when we first started coming here,
there was nothing.
There was no Blink, no Retro. I never even heard of Blink or Retro back then.
No Retro.
No Unique.
No Unique. What else is popular that's been around a lot now?
Sports Club. What is that?
There was no New York
LA Fitness
and New York Sports
Club. There was no LA Fitness.
There was Bally's, Gold's, and Powerhouse.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep.
And now those gyms are a dying franchise.
And Big Al's Fitness was in Amityville back in the day. But I never understood. Like to me, I enjoy old school, iron, fucking clinging ass gyms.
Yeah.
But nowadays, because of the flash and the pan, and everybody want a fucking a gym with 50 yards of fucking turf, and, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that stuff is not utilized because we were at World Gym because we always switch gyms. I just like switching from time to time. Yeah, because sometimes you go to the same gym all the time and you end up fucking talking to people more. And everybody want to chat in between sets, so sometimes I just like to just cold turkey, go to another gym. Don't know nobody. Be in and out in fucking an hour and 15 minutes.
Just kill it.
You know what I'm saying? And World Gym got a little turf facility, and we were using the fucking sled and all that. So I'm with it. But like a lot of times it's like, listen, man, if the gym was full of motherfuckers like us, they wouldn't need no new shit. Because we fine with everything.
All the time.
We fine with everything as is. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you got to keep up with the Joneses.
Right, from a business standpoint,
you got to keep up with the Joneses.
Someone's like, why am I going to drive? Like, again, we're always, any town is always going to have their community that's going to use their gym.
Of course.
But when you want to attract people from other towns, say, you know what, I'm going to head over to Gold's on Saturday to do legs.
Yes.
Because they have boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Or you know what, I'm going to go hit back over at Gold's because they got the new Arsenal, the new Prime equipment. And it's dope.
Yep.
That's what I want this gym to have that feel again.
Gotcha.
Where people come here that are miles away just because they want to get a workout in on a specific body part because we have dope shit for that.
You know what? I actually stand corrected because now when I think about it, years ago when this shit opened, the equipment that's in there was that equipment.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it was that new shit.
Exactly. It was all the new shit.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh shit, I ain't never seen this machine. I ain't never seen this
all
machine.
All the brand new plate loaded Nautilus stuff.
Yes.
Like a lot of different machines.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a ton of shit.
But now it's not.
No.
Because there's been a ton of shit that's come out since then. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I get it, bro. But yo, once again, thanks again for having us, bro. Yo, man, we back in action. And the fact that you closer now, whenever you ain't jet setting.
Honestly, I'm in full grind mode starting January.
Okay.
With the shop, with the clothing, the little supplement store we have here, we're trying to really get the ground off the ground running. So I don't want to take any time off. I just want to be in the trenches, building for all of 2022. So I can do this as much as you want. Bet. Sounds good to me. Once again, before we go, you can follow me and Danny on Twitter, Daniel and Jamel1. Instagram, we're JMW_fitnessNY. Facebook, we usually go live under Jamel Patterson, my page. And most importantly, under YouTube, JMW Fitness. Like, subscribe so you get a notification. Any new videos or content that we add. Give your Instagram and all yourself too. Anybody who wants to follow me or check me out, it's Mr. Center Stage _ I'm sorry. Obviously Armed and Jacked, Hummus Fit, Condemned Labs, all the people that support me, check them out, see if you like the products. And if anybody has any questions on any of the products or any of the clothing, you could always DM me and I'll answer those anytime.
And he'll promise he'll smile when he's responded.
I'm telling you, yo, last 3 pictures on social media.
Oh, I saw it. Yo, when you were with your niece?
Oh, yeah, my niece,
yeah. I saw him. I was like, in the comment just before mine said, "Oh shit, you're smiling," and I was like, "You fucking beat me to it." And I was just about to say, "No bullshit, bro. No bullshit." But yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you very much.
Another show in the books.
Peace.